These people will continue to keep doing things so that they just want to frustrate Black Americans, honestly. And one of the things I like so much this time around is the fact that Black people understand the game and they are working towards that particular direction. Because if not, let it make sense to me that an adult that is not a kid, later you'll be like, oh, we stand in solidarity with Black people. Oh, we stand in solidarity with Black American. Let it make sense to me that an Asian man, we have to do this. We are not even done with that particular one that unalive a 14 years old that was discharged and acquainted without no consequences, without no remorse. We are not done with the fact that Black Americans and other Black people are literally boycotting Asian businesses, even to the point that an Asian man will have the audacity to say, oh, you can't do without us. Now, this is what these people are now doing. They want to remind us history. They want to repeat history. East, West, North, and South. What has Black Americans really done to deserve this is what I keep asking myself the moment I saw this video. But anyways, welcome back to the channel. My name is Sonia. Subscribe, like, comment, and share. Credits belong to the original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. I want to say a very big thank you to every single one of you liking, commenting, sharing, dropping super thanks, and also joining my membership. I do not take you guys for granted. You guys are absolutely the best. With that being said, let's watch this video. I'll be back with commentaries. It's so sad, honestly.
We do not claim this man. So apparently this guy decided to burn a cross in Chicago, which we all know has historically been a very racist sign that the KKK used to. And the more situations that arise like this, the worse it makes our community look. I just want to make it clear that most Asians know that this is terrible behavior. With this, I do want to remind people that Asians are not a monolith, and assuming that all Asians are racist is in itself racist and perpetuates the stereotype that we are all the same. And at the same time, I do think there have been enough instances for Asians to have to kind of be on the defense. The same way that white people or men sometimes have to be like, by the way, guys, I'm not that. I'm not that. I guess this is me doing that. But I guess in some ways it's a good thing because now it gives us the opportunity to clear the air and to define where we are in American society and in history. Because a lot of Asians forget, specifically because the US school system never taught us, that we have a lot of shared history with Black and brown people in America. I was a full-on adult when I found out that Asians were brought to the Americas as slaves as well. Like, I feel like a lot of people don't know that. Or maybe people do know that and I just exposed myself. But I certainly never learned that in elementary school, middle school, high school, etc. I had to learn by going out of my way to learn. So let's make this guy the exception and not the rule and condemn this kind of behavior.
In 2026, we are burning crosses. Whoa. That's crazy. That's insane. Oh my God. And it's controlled. It's like a controlled
This is
burn.
a very controlled burn.
I wonder if that dude said it because he was walking awful close to it.
He was.
And he
on out that way.
Whoa.
All right.
Well, good morning and breaking fuck the news. After the fucked up ruling of Mr. Chow, who was found not guilty of killing a 14-year-old by shooting him in the back, and the guilty of Carmelo Anthony yesterday, if it couldn't get any worse, police in Chicago are investigating how a 6-foot burning cross came to be in a park in downtown section of the city on Tuesday. A viral video, which is sweeping the internet, taken by a driver showed the cross long associated with the terrorist organization, the coup, engulfed in Grant Park on the shores of Lake Michigan. The Chicago Fire Department later confirmed that they extinguished the cross. Officials have said there are no reports or injuries resulting in the incident. But now Chicago is at fear of a hate crime. You know, I said this yesterday, I'm gonna say it again, Black people. No matter what you do, you say, this wasn't our fight, this isn't our fight, we're 2 years in. We're about to be 2 years in, right? Look at this week alone. Now they're burning crosses. Next, they'll be burning churches. Then they'll be attacking the kids on the street. which they do already, but worse. Then
we have an update on the cross, this cross that was found burning yesterday in Grant Park. Chicago PD has released this image. This image, in the words of Tizzy, Chicago, who is this person? Take a look. This is the only image that they have released so far. If they get more, I will follow up then. Until then, let's figure out who the fuck this guy is. And again, it's a suspect. A suspect. But let's figure out who the fuck that person is. Because at least they may have more information.
Yeah, fuck all that. There's currently a 6-foot cross burning in Chicago. A 6-foot cross burning in Chicago. And people are trying to say, that's not racist. That's not... Y'all love to rewrite American history. Love to rewrite. The 6-foot cross that's burning in Chicago isn't racist. Every day. It's some bull. Y'all want a race war so bad. Y'all want us up in arms so bad when all we want is to be left alone. The joy that we have, the black joy, like we are so... Like, nothing can take it away. Nothing. If we sang and danced and laughed and got married and had some semblance of joy even throughout slavery, there is nothing. We cannot be broken. We are not a people that can be broken. So burn all the crosses.
Burning crosses in broad daylight, y'all, in parks now. We burning crosses in 2026 in broad daylight in parks. Come on, sip a little tea with Auntie. Let's talk about it, y'all. Every day, each and every day, I say I'm outdone with the news. I'm outdone with the news. I'm outdone with the news. I truly am outdone with the news. In Chicago, y'all, there was a young lady that recorded a video. She only had to zoom just a little bit because from her car on the road, she can capture the video of this large wooden cross that was set afire up against a tree up in a park. Very open park. Nothing but, all kind of stuff all around it. How did you get away with even dragging a cross over there to the area? Large cross there. Not a little small, tiny Tim. A big, large wooden cross. How did you get away with dragging it, first and foremost? Secondly, you set it afire. You can see the fire from the road from the video. I know the video is up and down y'all For You page, y'all timeline, and everything else. I just scrolled and wasn't even looking for it, and then seen it umpteen times. We burning crosses in 20. I keep saying to y'all because I'm outdone. We burning crosses in open parks in Chicago in 2026. Bruh, y'all, I'm never short of words. I always got something to say, but this type of stuff, it just, I can't even say no more. Thank y'all for sipping a little more tea with Auntie. Bye, y'all.
So I see that it really was an Asian man that burned that cross in Chicago. My only question is simply this. Do y'all understand the history? The ones that think it's okay or don't get it, understand the history of cross burning and who was burning the cross. What I simply mean is this, and I'm not debating right or wrong. I think we already know. But if you know the history, then you know the people that was burning the cross only was fighting for pureness, what they call pureness, pure-blooded. You're supposed to be pure blood white. That means you don't have, if you mix, you wasn't qualified. Asian, Hispanic, you're not qualified. I know sometimes y'all think because y'all got straight hair, light skin, you are considered, and you could blonde your hair or whatever, you consider yourself white. But when it comes to those people that was burning the cross, baby, you're not qualified. So when you burning the cross, you kind of burning the cross for yourself. Yeah, that's all I got to say. You're burning the cross for yourself.
They never stopped burning crosses the same way that they never stopped lynchings. And the same ones burning crosses and lynching unarmed black people are the same ones wearing uniforms that y'all think mean serve and protect, are the same ones securing detention centers for people going about the legal way of gaining their citizenship, are the same ones collecting money from you on Sunday mornings, are the same ones going on news interviews talking about family values, are the same ones wearing lab coats and stethoscopes and telling black women that our pain is just in our heads, are the same ones standing in the front of classrooms and telling little black children that their dreams of becoming doctors and veterinarians and astronauts are out of reach, unrealistic. It happened to me. It was not so long ago that I moved to a smaller part of Texas where I had no choice but to come here because of my mother's unwilling relocation. And we moved to this majority white town that used to house and host the Crazy Cracker Club. And it was very soon that I got a culture shock moving from San Antonio, where it is also racist, but moving to a predominantly white town where Confederate flags are flown and worn on shirts and belt buckles, just like any brand name would be worn. Where during Hurricane Katrina, a group of unhoused people moved to this town to try to start anew and were greeted with a burning cross in the front yard of the church that they had just put into place for themselves to start a new chapter. This was not that long ago. It's never stopped happening. And the same people who used to fly those Confederate flags are the same people who replaced those flags with Trump flags, with blue line flags. And y'all are shocked? This is not new. This is what we've been telling you has been happening for years. This is the everyday experience of being black in America. Y'all just didn't want to hear us. So why are we shocked? Why are we confused? This is just America doing and being what she always has and always was. This is how this goes. Why are we shocked?
So the burning cross situation in Chicago, the suspect is literally an Asian man. The suspect was an Asian man. So you're pissed that black people are boycotting Asian-owned beauty supply stores, Asian-owned convenience stores, anything concerning that realm. You're mad that black people are doing it in response to the whole Rick Chow and Cyrus case. Some people in the Asian community that have come onto TikTok that are genuinely more angry that black people are boycotting and not angry at the fact that a 14-year-old was literally hunted down and shot. And I don't even think that they realize that simultaneously their response exactly is why black people are doing it. Because time and time again, black people give their solidarity to other communities and other POCs, but that same POC solidarity is not given back in the way that black people give it to them. Still being investigated. There's still more information to come out. But let me know down below in the comment section what you think about the burning cross situation.
Racism isn't real. It doesn't exist anymore. Then why the fuck was a cross burnt in fucking Grant Park in Chicago today? Because it does fucking exist and it's a fucking problem.
This is the exact reason why I'll never forgive the people for voting for Trump, or even the people that decided not to vote in the last election. Because for me and many other people, we saw the writing on the wall, and we knew that if he got in office again, we were just going to end up right back here. We saw firsthand the miscarriage of justice for Freddie Gray, Trayvon Martin, Breonna Taylor, and I could go on. We're showing people the results of unchecked police brutality and racism. Trump and his administration emboldened racists the last time, so it's just escalating. This burning cross is in Chicago, and I'm expecting to see more pop up around the country because the oppression of Black people has always been on the agenda, let's be honest. And Black people have been telling you this is exactly how Donald Trump and his minions feel about our community. You should be treating this burning cross in Chicago as a wake-up call. The Obama-era racial dynamics are over. Because of Donald Trump and his administration, people are settling into their racism. I need you to realize that your think pieces aren't going to do anything to change these people's minds. Only action will do that. And until you guys decide to protect other marginalized communities, Black people are going to continue to step back. Because we've seen it. We've seen the writing on the wall. Everyone just be safe out there. I love you, and bye.
The fact that the person of interest for burning that cross in broad daylight in the middle of the park is an Asian man, in light of all that's going on, I've never heard or even experienced this much racism at the hands of the Asian community. I did not see this coming. To have someone of Asian descent burn a cross in a public place as a way to oppress Black people. And just to piggyback off of Nene, why did you use something that belongs to white people to oppress us? If you're going to be racist towards us, it should be something that belongs to you and your culture. Why didn't you, like, burn a stack of bean sprouts or something?
And to that cross being burnt downtown in Chicago, I'm just here to tell you that the newer generation is Harriet Tubman's and Nat Turner's wildest fucking dream. So y'all can fuck around and find out if y'all want to. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't think there's anything else to be said.
A lot of people would have to see them putting the hoods on to realize they're at a Klan meeting. Recent events are a perfect example of this. They found a burning cross in Chicago the very same day that the Carmelo Anthony verdict came out. And yet, people keep trying to say that none of this is about race. Whole time, even the racists among us know that this was about race. There's enough racists in America to remind you, whenever something happens, that these things do in fact have a racial element to them. That the race of who's involved changes the outcome of any circumstance in this country, even the reaction to it. Mind you, there have been no riots, there have been no fires, just a burning cross states away from Frisco, Texas in the middle of Chicago. That could be random, but it's the kind of timing that we've seen time and time again. Cross burnings are one of the original American acts of domestic terrorism. A Black family moves to a white neighborhood, a cross gets burned on their lawn. 1924, a Black student named Frederick Wells moves into the dorms at Columbia Law School in New York. Big ass cross gets burned on the campus lawn. There's more examples from history we could point to. The Supreme Court even affirmed it as an anti-Black hate symbol with historical context back in 2003. This gave states the option to further criminalize the act. Illinois, where this happened, considers the first offense a Class A misdemeanor and a second offense a Class 4 felony. But if you ask me, that's another example of how these things are often about race, and that concern is often not taken seriously enough by the American legal system. Not really a situation to keep your eye on, just something to be aware of as America and its average citizen continues to gaslight itself about the problems it's had since America was a country. I cover news, politics, and current events. Shoot me a follow to stay up to date.
So now that the Asian man then got caught burning the cross in Chicago in the park, a couple content creators keep saying, well, I ain't gonna say a couple, I didn't saw more than a couple, but they want to say we not a monolith. I thought y'all didn't understand the concept of a group of people not being a monolith. It is so crazy how when Black people defend ourselves and we say, like, you can't group us together, you can't say we're all the same, we are not a monolith, we're not the same. People don't understand that. It's still you people, Black this, N-word, that. But when people of other races have a bad apple that's on display, okay, right in the front and center, we ain't a monolith. You can't judge us all from one person's actions. I mean, what we doing here?
Did you guys see what happened in downtown Chicago? I'm gonna, of course, put the video clip with it like I always do. Because I've been trying to come up with receipts because you guys don't believe what I'm saying to you guys for some reason. So I have to come receipts now. But anyway, they were born. I don't know who. I have an idea of the group of who that have done it, or particular group. But that's neither here nor there. I'm not here to really talk about, you know, my views like that, but I feel like you should know what side I'm on. But anyway, they were burning a cross, just a cross on fire. And if you don't know from your history, or just from knowledge, common knowledge, if you don't know what that means, then I suggest you go back to history class or look in a history book, which they're trying to get rid of because apparently they don't think that any of this is our history. But that's a story for another day. That's a story for another day. I'm getting mad. But yes, there was a cross burning in downtown Chicago. I have the video clip from the girls, the TikTok. I have her original TikTok. I'm going to try to tag her as well, so you can see her original video. And then I'm going to also put in another clip from another perspective. But yes, I think that that's so sad, especially with everything that's going on. Like, it's just so much going on. I feel like we're going forward and backwards at the same time. It's like, we're aliens, but racism is still alive, always been alive, and we're bringing it back, and it's just too much. Like, it's just too much. So I just really feel bad. I just feel terrible. Like, I just feel like everything is just really, we're just not in the best places to be right now. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and insert that clip from her TikTok, and as well as another clip. Anybody from Chicago, you have any other news? Have they said anything? Let me know. Please comment down below.
We know Chicago police spent about 3 hours investigating this cross burning earlier tonight. Right now, they have not stated that they have anyone in custody, why it happened, and more importantly, who is behind it. But the sight of a cross burning in this public park stirred up so many emotions and left people in shock.
In 2026, we are burning crosses.
The flames from this cross burning in the middle of Grant Park visible for anyone coming down Columbus Drive. It left this mother and daughter in pure disbelief.
How did this happen? Like, I'm sure the people walking past saw someone walking down the street with a cross, sit it up there, and then light a fire to it. I'm surprised there wasn't more people watching this.
The mother and daughter were driving near Grant Park. They did not see who started it, but they say it stirred up so many emotions.
I know that my grandmothers and great-grandmothers and grandfathers have experienced in real time, in real life, in the South. So immediately, I just felt sad.
It's very hurting because it's just like, even in schools, they make it seem like things like that were so long ago and we're making so much progress, and we're clearly not. There is no progress because it's clearly happening to this day in broad daylight.
Chicago.
Anyways, welcome back, guys, and thank you so much for watching till this point. And for those of you that will be new, that don't understand some of the steepest annoying thing regarding every single thing that has literally happened within this burning cross of a thing, let me literally explain a little bit. I don't know, I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not saying I know history more than a lot of you, but so that some people can actually have clue why this is totally not accepted, especially coming from an Asian person. In fact, coming from any single person that Black Americans literally fought for those people to be in America. A burning cross in the United States is widely recognized as a symbol of racial intimidation, hatred, and terror, especially against Black America. I'm going to be repeating that again for those ones in the back seat to hear me clear. A burning cross in the United States is widely recognized as a symbol of racial intimidation, hatred, and terror, especially against Black Americans. Cross burning became associated with the white supremacist organization, the KKK. In the early 20th centuries, the colors used burning cross during rallies and often nearly the homes, churches, or communities of Black people, as well as other groups they targeted. For many people, especially Black Americans, a burning cross signifies a threat of violence, an attempt to intimidate or terrorize. White supremacist ideology opposition to racial equality and civil rights. A warning that the targeted people were not welcome or were not signed out. During the era of segregation and racial violence, cross burning was often used to frighten black families who tried to vote, move into predominantly white neighborhoods, organize for civil rights, challenge racial discrimination. Because of this history, many Americans view a burning cross not a religion symbol, but as a symbol of racial hatred and intimidation. The US government generally protected freedom of speech, but courts have recognized that cross burning intended to threaten or intimidate specific people can be treated as a criminal act. In the case of Virginia v. Black, the US Supreme Court ruled that cross burning carried out with the intent to intimidate may be prohibited. Today, a burning cross is commonly associated with racism, white supremacy, historical racial violence, the legacy of terror against Black Americans, and as a result, many people see it as one of the most offensive hate symbol in American history. But we still have this Asian man with every single thing that have literally been going on, with every single thing that Black Americans have literally passed through these few months, to still have the audacity to do this. I hope we literally get justice, because anything relating or associated to Black Americans literally do not get justice. But we keep our fingers crossed to see what will literally happen. This is unaccepted. It is literally unaccepted at all. It is showing that the Asian communities are ready for WAR, and of which, as far as I'm concerned, the Black community are fully prepared. But anyways, let me know what you think in the comment section. Credits belong to the original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. I want to say a very big thank you to every single one of you liking, commenting, sharing, dropping super thanks, and also joining my membership. I do not take you guys for granted. You guys are absolutely the best. And yes, with that being said, with no further ado, like I always say in my videos, I'm going to be saying bye, and I'll see you guys in my next one. For now, bye guys. I love you guys. Mwah.